Doing a little thing about Dallas Genti, and I know that because he's sitting out a year, he's going to scout team. But you did have him for a little bit in the room and working
Yeah.
with you. What do you think of Dallas, both as a person and as a ball player?
Well, as a person, he's a great kid. We're glad to have him in the program. I think he's going to be a real asset to the team, and I think he's going to be a really good football player here. So
He
we're
looks like he
excited to
can
have him.
play.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. He's big and strong and runs well and has a good feel for the game. So we're really excited about him.
Right now, with regard to Micah Thomas, obviously he has evolved into a very good player, and he just, there haven't been a lot of Navy inside linebackers that quite look like him as far as the size and the strength and the ability to run sideline to sideline. Just what can you say? Is he the complete package of what you're looking for at that position?
He definitely has all the tools. He's big, he's fast, he's extremely intelligent, plays hard, is truly a leader out there. He really, to me, is the complete package. He's really become much more physical this year, where he's starting to use that size really to his advantage, and the sky's the limit as far as how he can develop, I think.
Well, let's talk about his progression. Obviously,
Yeah.
he did not really play as a freshman.
Right.
He worked in a little bit as a sophomore, but I think he made that big jump between sophomore and junior year. And then, so talk about how he improved between sophomore and junior, and then what did he do to take the next step between junior and senior?
Yeah, well, he always had the tools. So just as a sophomore, he had a few more guys that were playing more, so he didn't get the real opportunities. But as a junior, he got the opportunities, and really last year was really the leader of the front too, as far as making calls, setting things up, doing all that. And then when Daniel got hurt, he moved over, switched positions, and was able to do that.
Let me see if I have it correct. He started as a junior. He was the Sam, then moved to the Mike?
Just the opposite. He started as the Mike and then moved to the Sam when Daniel got hurt. And really could have played either position at that time. Daniel had played more, and so he was playing the Sam and had played it the year before. So, but as a junior, he showed all those traits, but there were things that we wanted him to improve on in the off season, and he really took it to heart. He really became a physical player. He's always had the mental ability to understand the big picture and the whole and where all the pieces fit, and that's never been a problem for him. But now he's really putting it all together, and things are clear for him. He's playing fast. He's playing aggressive. So that came with experience, and then just learning and confidence and success and things like that. So,
why is it that you want your more experienced guy at the Sam linebacker spot?
It's not a matter of experience. It's just at the time I wanted Micah to play, and Daniel had played Sam before and was a little more comfortable. So it's not like you start here and move there and things like that.
Which of the two makes the defensive calls for the front seven?
Well, honestly, when Micah was the Mike, he made the calls. But
he did.
And now the Sam's supposed to make them, but Micah made him more as the Mike as well. So
he's an intelligent bug.
Very intelligent, yeah.
Right, he understands the defense.
Understands the big picture, how it all fits together, the front, where guys fit, where coverage rules are. I mean, he really is a quick study, and just doesn't get frazzled. I mean, on the sidelines, if you see him on the sidelines in the game, he is easy to make. It's easy for him to make corrections and adjustments and things like that, because you explain something to him once, he goes, "Oh yeah, I get that," and so it's just like I said, he's the full package. So, but he hasn't arrived. He's not an NFL great or anything like that. But he is progressing, and he's trying to get a little bit better every week. And I think he's doing that, and he takes it to heart, and he takes his improvement seriously. And so he's really trying to get better. And so I expect him by the last game of the year to be 3 times the player that he is now, because he's just getting a little bit better every week. And so.
We think of that guy as a run pursuit guy that's, normally that position, inside linebacker, leads your team in tackles, but they do have to drop into coverage, and we saw against Florida Atlantic that he has some ball skills. That was a nice pick, wasn't it?
He's got great hands. But he's gonna have to play, I think, most of the year now with a cast on, so that's gonna hamper that a little bit. But other than that, both he and like Taylor Heflin probably have two of the best catching, hands, the ability to catch the ball as good as anybody on the team. But he's going to have a cast, so that's going to affect that. But no, he's very comfortable in coverage. He's athletic. He can flip his hips, cover a lot of ground. Goes in the right place, covers the right guys. Right. So that's a good thing.
And then last but not least, how would you say, a type of personality, what type of kid he is? I mean, when I talk to him, he kind of seems serious. I don't know if he's got a sense of humor to him.
No, he does. He's got a great sense of humor. He's highly intellectual kid, and so that might be strange. Probably not like any of your friends. Right. So it might be unusual. But he's got a great sense of humor, and he's just I wouldn't say he's serious, but he's very controlled, a little stoic, and but when you get to know him, he's great.
All right, just doing a little feature on it. So let's go back to the beginning. What led you to the Naval Academy?
Honestly, the education was the biggest thing for me. My dad always taught me when I was younger, think about 40, not 4. And so from the schools that offered me, no matter how highly or lowly recruited I was, this was the best education that I was offered. And I had to take the chance, and I had to come and make that opportunity possible.
I remember doing a little something on you when you got recruited, and they considered you one of the better recruits. You had some other offers. You had some Power 5 offers, didn't you?
I wouldn't. No Power 5. I had some looks, but no offers.
Right, well, who would you say that you also considered?
Well, I was committed to Arkansas State for about 6 months, like all of my senior football season. And then there was a coaching change, and then some stuff happened in the offseason. But I was considering SMU, Arkansas State, Texas State, UTSA, stuff like that.
All right. So you're from the Austin area, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So when Navy played at Texas State, were you here?
I went to the game. I
started were a senior in high school?
No, I was a freshman.
Oh, you were a freshman.
That was my freshman year.
But you didn't travel?
No, I did. I was there.
Oh, you did travel with the team?
Yeah, I played special teams freshman year.
Okay. So kind of talking about it evolving as a middle linebacker. First of all, the position you play, is it similar to what you did in high school or no?
Well, I played defensive end for most of my time in high school. But my senior year, I did get to play inside linebacker, and we did run a 3-4. So it is pretty similar. When I came here, it was kind of like raw skill because, I don't know, I'm still feeling it out because I hadn't, played a whole lot. So through freshman year and through sophomore year when I got thrown in there in the mix, I started learning and perfecting my craft and trying to be the best I could.
The inside linebacker position, the Navy defense, what were some of the key things you had to learn about that spot? What was maybe, when you go back and remember freshman, sophomore year, what were the key things you had to learn to be able to play the position?
For me, it was thinking for other people. Where are the play callers? We have to line up the D-line, outside backers, safeties. If anybody's confused on the field, really, they can look to us and we'll know where to align them, where to put them. And I've taken pride in that, knowing the defense as best as I can, but also just being physical and, effort, stuff that you don't really have to coach. It's all up to us. And that's how you play inside linebacker. Some people are 6'5", 250 pounds, but, if you have effort and you run to the ball, it doesn't matter what your size is. You can play inside linebacker anywhere. I think that's the same for any school.
There's been some very good inside linebackers here. Some of them were here since you've arrived. Obviously, Daniel Gonzalez won. Who are some of the guys that helped you along the way to learn?
Definitely Daniel. Daniel was like my best friend. A big brother to me. So I got to play with him a lot. It was unfortunate he got hurt last year, but he did teach me a lot. We're different play styles, but at the same time, he taught me how to play the game at the next level. And then when I got here, there was Cody Peterson and DJ Sargenti, so I got to learn a little bit from them, even though they were TADing, so they were a little busy. Tyler Goebel, Don Pearson, they were great mentors too. I was roommates with Don for my freshman year, so we had some good times. And everybody that's come before me, has had an effect on me and molded me into how I am, and that's how I've tried to carry it on to the linebackers below me. I just want them to be better than I was. That's trying to carry it on and not just be selfish with what I've been taught.
So you had a pretty good year last year, but Coach John said there was improvement he wanted to see you make. I was surprised. He said he wanted to see you be more physical. Just kind of talk about what did Micah Thomas want to improve from the end of last season to the start of this season.
Personally, I think everything. There's no part of my game I can't improve. There are some things I do better than others, and I think everybody does. But physically, speed, mentally, I think I can improve in all aspects of the game and all facets of the game. And there's no game or year that I won't need to improve on everything. You know, that's just not a good mindset to have. You know, you can always get better. I mean, there's obviously professionals still getting better. So who am I? That's kind of how I think about it. So I just need to get better all around, especially in the physical department. If that's what he wants, I mean, he's in charge of me, you know, so I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it as best as I can.
Well, I was going to say, did you kind of take umbrage at that, at saying you weren't physical enough, or is that a kind of I don't want to say an insult, but...
No, I mean, you know, I don't take coaching personally. They're trying to make me better, and I'm trying to, you know, they're coaches, so I'm trying to put food on their kids' tables. You know,
yeah, right.
You know, we're all here for each other. At the end of the day, you know, I'm trying to help him out. He's trying to help me out, be the best I can be. So he tells me that. I don't take it personal. I just know I need to get better at it. You know, it's as simple as that. He wants me to be the best I can, and that's what I'm going to do. I need to be more like Hudson. He's over there, but that kid's physical. He's a freak.
What the academy, the whole experience? I mean, this coming to the end. It's probably hard to believe that you're a senior and you're going to get commissioned an officer soon. But what do you think? Are you glad you came here?
I'm glad. I would have done it again. You know, as hard as it was, as hard as sometimes were, you know, I would do it again in a heartbeat. I would do it 10 times out of 10. You know, the struggle I go through with these guys, you know, it's, you know, yeah, it's hard, but it's unmatched. You know, these are my best friends for life. You know, we talk about the brotherhood, and it's kind of cliche coming from Navy football, but I mean, it's true. Like, these guys are my best friends for the rest of my life, and they're the reason that I play, truthfully. So, yeah, I mean, it's gone by fast, but I would 100% do it again.
I know the service selection is down the road, but what are you hoping for? Have you got something in your mind as to what you'd like to do?
Yeah, I put in Marine Corps ground as my first option.
Kind of fits your personality.
I hope so. That's what they've been telling me.
Well, and speaking of which, I was telling Coach Johns, I said that you come across in interviewing you seem serious. You know, whenever I talk to you, very serious. But he said you have a sense of humor. He said that you're a very intellectual kid. Maybe that's why. But how would you describe yourself? How would maybe your teammates, a guy like Daniel Gonzalez, describe you?
You know, I think it'd probably be similar to what Coach John says. You know, there's a lot of times I am serious. I may not joke around as much as the guys, but you know, I have fun. You know, these guys are my best friends, so I'm gonna have fun with them. But you know, sometimes I am more logical and literal. I mean, sometimes, I mean, it can be a fault, it could be a gift, but it's just how I am. I think a lot, so it's kind of along those lines.
So were you kind of talking some smack after your incredible return against Florida Atlantic and showing the ball skills? Would you like to be put at fullback for Navy?
No, I mean, Coach Judge has been giving me a hard time for 3 years to try to get moved to fullback. You know, he always has been saying this stuff, but never has made the move. Coach Jasper said some stuff about be-back too in the past, but, you know, I'm comfortable at linebacker, and I think they know that. I think it's worked out pretty well, but, you know, me and Coach Judge talk trash sometimes. He says I couldn't do it now after seeing the return, but I don't know about that.
Well, as I say, I mean, you could have taken it to the house. What happened there? I'd have caught from behind.
So, I mean, I was running. I got in front of – well, first of all, Josh Webb got me the pick in the first place. It wasn't really me. I mean, he tipped it, right? He tipped it, which, I mean, it was – if I dropped it, it would be just awful. So it was a gift. But I was running, and when I saw the lineman,
you were motoring going down toward the side.
I was moving, and then Josh was right next to me, and I think he was going to block somebody else to the right. And then number 53, I think the lineman came across, and there was, like, if I juked, I probably would have hit Josh, but so I just ran.
You were going to make the juke.
I was thinking about it, but I was also tired, truthfully. You know, I'm not going to lie, but it is what it is.
Did you play offense in high school?
I played running back and tight end a little bit, but not a lot.
You were mostly a defensive guy in high school?
Yes.
Right. Okay. All right.